Yes, I know it's been a while since I've uploaded onto TikTok, and it's a reason for that. Okay, the reason being I'm focusing on handling some very important legal matters on behalf of myself and my son. So lots of energy is going towards that as a targeted individual. Okay, and as someone who, I'm open minded. I'm on an ascension path, but I don't attach to, I've had to learn not to attach myself to belief systems, okay? Because things quickly turn cultic in a matter of a New York minute, okay? So it's evolution, conscious expansion, if you will. And that has involved going through religions and spirituality and all of the various different things. But I'm not going to get too deep into how I know and why I know that me and my son are targeted individuals. There has been tons of proof within the last 3, going on 4 years, that makes it crystal clear that we are. Okay? And this is what I want to say to you. If you are a targeted individual, no matter what your beliefs are, okay? Because it's not about needing a subscription to a set of philosophies or spiritual bents, okay? You know. And this is what I want to say. In this 3D physicality, for the most part, unfortunately, it is very much governed and hardwired by the narcissistic template, okay? And as a result, when it comes down to you speaking and living your truth, seeking justice, going those routes, okay, there's going to be several things that takes place. First and foremost, you already know that they're trying to fuck with your head. They're trying to crazy make you. They're trying to mock you. They all know full well what they're doing, okay? They know, okay, and you know. Now, for those of you who are spiritual versus religious, as you have stood up for yourself, to defend yourself, some of the things have been, they clown you, they joke, they won't take you seriously. But this is what I want to say to you. If you are in the United States of America, anyway, I can't speak for everywhere, okay? If you're in the United States of America, that freedom of religion, that's not just freedom of their said chosen religion for you. Freedom of speech, all of those things, okay? So they would not mock. Here's where I'm going. If someone were to say they prayed or they, gave it to God, or they, took it to prayer and consulted, Jesus, their relationship with Jesus, or a priest or whatever, this would not be something that's mocked in the legal system. Not really, okay? It's something that's recognized, okay? But if you, are spiritual, these are some things that they would put quotation marks around what you're saying, and otherwise applying that you're cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, right? But again, most of them know full well that they are BSing, they're playing games, things of that nature. So understand that that's a tactic. And with that being said, go both routes, okay? I have my feet planted energetically in the energy world, in the etheric, the astral, the unseen, but as well as this physical realm. And as we learn the game, because this is a game for them, okay? And being able to continue to siphon off of you in some way, shape, form, or fashion, whether it's by putting you illegally, involuntarily in a torture program. So you'll find a theme of your life. People seem to want to make you irritated, trying to strike cortisol and adrenaline in you and your children. Just you start to pick up the patterns that at some point it cannot be a coincidence. Okay, people following you to the gym and asking for where you are or asking to go where you are and then disappear as you come out. All sorts of little weird things that is starting to mount up. So here's what as unfair to you as this is, get counsel if you can get counsel, but documentation, it's annoying. And, it often, people think of you as weird because of it, but you're the one that is being targeted. And you're the one that's got to get to the answers because the world that you're living in is playing a game with you. So gather your proof, stand in your truth, and don't over-explain. If they try to deflect by challenging your spirituality and say, did you say? That's not the point. They're trying to get you off topic. The topics are the facts, the events that have been taking place. And again, try to keep up with dates and times and faces and places and vehicles and all of those things, okay? Because all of that, if you are proceeding with a RICO case, okay, all of that is something that will be investigated. It may take time, but it will be looked into, and it is worth it. Now, because at the end of the day, we move around, we do what we have to do. Most of us are homeless, depending on what our situations are. And this is how we discovered that it follows you. And so filing is necessary so that it's going to force the world. It's going to force to be held accountable, and for every party involved, including the handlers, the bounty hunters, and everybody involved, so that they all know that they're under the gun and that at some point it's going to get to them. At some point, the corruption and its power is going to be faced with that is not corruptible in their power. Okay? And keep living in the meantime. It's annoying, I know. But a part of your power is your health and well-being, your defense, and a part of that is doing the things that you can do. Stand in your truth, live in your truth. Don't let them stop you.